Diane Keaton, the enigmatic screen siren whose quirky charm and fearless vulnerability redefined American cinema, confronted her most formidable adversary not on a soundstage but in the quiet recesses of her mind. In the poignant final chapters of her life, cut short at 79 on October 11, 2025, in the sun-drenched sprawl of Los Angeles, Keaton waged a silent war against hereditary dementia, a thief that eroded memories while preserving the indomitable spirit that made her an icon. Her passing, attributed publicly to pneumonia, masked a deeper narrative of decline, one her family shielded with fierce protectiveness, allowing the Annie Hall star to bow out on her terms, shrouded in the dignity she so masterfully embodied. Keaton's oeuvre is a mosaic of reinvention, from the neurotic ingenue of Woody Allen's New York Reveries to the resilient widow in Something's Gotta Give. But beneath the hats, turtlenecks, and trademark gap-toothed grin lay a woman attuned to life's absurdities, a trait that served her well in her twilight battle. Dementia, that insidious specter with genetic roots twisting through her lineage, announced itself subtly, a misplaced script page on the Maybe I Do set in 2022, a hesitation in recalling a co-star's name during a luncheon. By her final months, it had accelerated, transforming the once voluble raconteur into a figure adrift in fog, her sharp intellect flickering like a candle in wind. Close confidantes, sworn to secrecy, reveal a Keaton who orchestrated her fade with the precision of a director's cut. She retreated to Smoke Tree Ranch in Palm Springs, that ultra-exclusive oasis of manicured palms and whispering winds, where celebrities seek sanctuary from prying lenses. There, amid adobe walls and infinity pools gazing at desert horizons, she curated her cocoon, mornings of gentle yoga adapted for faltering balance, afternoons lost in audiobooks of her beloved authors, Joan Didion's crisp essays, E.B. White's whimsical tales. The ranch, with its air of timeless seclusion, became her final set, where she scripted solitude to spare loved ones the spectacle of unraveling. She'd been wrestling it quietly for years, a longtime pal confides. Those around her knew the signs, but Diane? She couldn't bear the world's pitying gaze. The illness's toll was heartbreakingly personal. During a rare visit from Woody Allen, mentor, collaborator, and once lover, alongside his wife Suni Previn, Keaton's eyes registered blankness, a void where decades of shared history should have bloomed. No spark of recognition for the man whose films she revolutionized, whose neuroses she amplified into cultural touchstones. Allen, ever the stoic, masked his sorrow with anecdotes from Manhattan shoots, but the asymmetry stung, a one-sided reunion underscoring dementia's cruelty. Keaton, in lucid intervals, would murmur apologies, her voice a fragile thread. I remember the feeling, not the facts. It was this grace, this refusal to wallow, that endeared her eternally. On the Maybe I Do set, a rom-com ensemble with Richard Gere and Susan Sarandon, Keaton's struggle manifested in line flubs that fractured her legendary professionalism. Crew whispers tell of earpieces feeding cues like ghostly prompters, a tech crutch for a woman who once memorized monologues in single sittings. Heartbreaking watching her puzzle over words she owned, an insider recalls. William H. Macy was a saint, patient, improvising to cover gaps, but breaks meant resets like rebooting a glitchy scene. Yet Keaton persisted, infusing her character, a wry matchmaker, with flickers of her authentic self, the wide-eyed wonder masking fear, the sudden laugh defying disorientation. Post-shoot, she'd retreat to her trailer, sifting Polaroids of past glories, The Godfather's Kay Adams, Reds's Louise Bryant, to anchor fleeting recollections. Family, that fiercely loyal cadre including adopted children Dexter and Duke, plus a network of chosen kin, formed her bulwark. They curated visits. No overwhelming crowds, just intimate gatherings with old flames like Warren Beatty, who shared scripts from their shampoo days, or Al Pacino, evoking the Godfather tableaus. Conversations skirted the present, favoring nostalgia's safe harbors, Keaton's Oscar win for Annie Hall, where her acceptance speech's stammering charm won hearts, her directorial debut Heaven, a documentary on single motherhood that mirrored her life's pivots. Duke, her son, introduced adaptive games, puzzles with audio hints, memory apps disguised as trivia, to stave off isolation. Mom's mind was a library closing branch by branch, he later reflected. We kept the lights on as long as we could. Keaton's pre-dementia life was a whirlwind of contradictions. The celibate romantic in Annie Hall, the gun-toting vigilante in the Godfather sequels, the real estate maven snapping homes with architectural fervor. Post-50, she bloomed into memoirist and advocate, her then again bearing Mothering's messiness, her Brooks Brothers ads challenging ageist tropes. Dementia crept as she championed elder care, ironically funding research while ignoring her symptoms. Headaches dismissed as migraines, forgetfulness as senior moments. Genetic markers inherited from a lineage dotted with early-onset cases confirmed the thief's lineage, but Keaton reframed it. Not defeat but a final act in her eccentric narrative. Pneumonia's opportunistic strike in October 2025 was swift, a complication hastened by immobility's toll. In Cedars-Sinai's hushed suites, surrounded by photos, her with Jack Nicholson on Something's Gotta Give yacht, with Michael Douglas in the First Wives Club hilarity, she slipped away peacefully. The family's choice to cite only the infection honored her edict. No dementia headlines eclipsing her oeuvre. Tributes flooded, Meryl Streep lauding her fearless fragility, Goldie Hawn recalling First Wives ad-libs that birthed classics. Fans unearthed clips, Keaton's Annie Hall lobster scene, a masterclass in awkward intimacy, streaming in Vigil. Her legacy? A blueprint for graceful exit. Keaton taught us vulnerability's valor. In looking for Mr. Goodbar's darkness, Baby Boom's joys, her life's quiet insurgency against erasure. Dementia dimmed her light but couldn't quench it. Her quips, her quirks, her unyielding quest for meaning endure. In Palm Springs sunsets or mental montages, she whispers, "Live fully, love fiercely, laugh at the fog." Diane Keaton didn't just act, she authored existence, and in her final bow she reminds us, even in eclipse, stars leave constellations.